I don't see him sticking around personally. I think he was only in it for power, so I don't imagine he's going to stick around to be a backbench MP anyway. So it's pretty humiliating to have that number of resignations in such a short period of time. I think it certainly took a while for the message to sink in for him.
And what do you think is going to be the next political scenario?
I think there's going to be a protracted leadership election, and we'll probably end up with someone else who's going to be in a terrible mess.
Well, I think he was forced into it, but equally I think it's not before time. He's a very bright man, and some of his policies are good, and he's working for the benefit of the nation, but he's also maybe a bit ill-advised, because like the appointment of Mr. Pincher, you'd think sort of before making any appointment he would say, is this going to come back and bite me on the bum, and then when things do come up he just makes stupid comments that make matters worse. I realise they all like power, and they like to stay in power, but I think that the populace deserves the truth from their politicians. I just work in the town, so but to be honest, I think a politician, if they're a Prime Minister and they're then sort of not Prime Minister, I think they should complete their term in office, and if they step down from being an MP, I would personally charge them for the by-election that's come as a result of that, because the country can't afford elections just because somebody's sort of like hurt their feelings and they've stepped down.
I think it's to be expected. I think the mistakes he's made, people are always going to have controversial opinions about anyway. I can understand why people would want him to resign, but I can also understand why people wouldn't want him to.
As a resident of Uxbridge, would you still want Boris Johnson as your MP, or would you want him to step down from that post as well?
I think I would, because I'm not that much into politics anyway, but I think whoever the Prime Minister is, there's going to be people that disagree with things that he's done, and I think like getting through COVID and stuff, like the way he's gone about that, I think's good. So I think he's a strong leader and he has all the qualities that Prime Minister would have.
I think it's something long overdue, because despite the good things that he did, he kind of let the people down with with the party gate and everything, the way that he ran the government. I think he just let everybody down. So when you have your finance minister, which in these days is one of the most important person in your government, going out, that shows you that you need to step out of it.
As a resident of Uxbridge, would you still want him as your MP, or do you think...
I haven't thought about that, to be fair with you, yet. I haven't thought about that. So I cannot say yes or no now. When it comes to the elections, maybe I'll see that. But now I haven't thought about that yet.
I have no feelings whatsoever. When he's on television, and when he became Prime Minister first, I said, Goni Mac, this is terrible, just a terrible thing. But he hasn't done anything wrong, but he hasn't done anything right either. So that's it.
So he has resigned as a leader of the Conservative Party, seems to be the Prime Minister as well. But as a resident of Uxbridge, would you want him to continue as an MP of this constituency, or would you want him to?
Well, he didn't do bad, before he went. I never met him, but I would say that's. I don't think he would be welcome here. Myself, that's only my feelings. But I don't think he's done anything good for the government. So he's not going to be doing anything good in the Uxbridge. That's the way I feel, and I expect a lot of people do as well.
I don't really support the Conservative Party, so I wouldn't want him as my MP. I wouldn't want that. I'm more of a Labour Party supporter. Honestly, I'm a bit shocked, because I feel like it's been a long time coming. So yeah. I don't know if I'm glad, because like then it's like what happens next, because we don't honestly the public. I don't know if that's it's really unpredictable.
I am just very happy it's done. It's gone. Like, well, he's not gone yet, but he's going. So it's good.
So, as a resident of this constituency, would you want him to continue as your MP?
No, I would not. I know we don't really have a choice in that, but at the moment. But no.
And why is that?
The Conservatives don't really represent me, my interests. More of a Labour person.